Hello, this is Panico Padge and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with mods. We are currently playing with a Mr. Scrooge McDuck of DuckTales fame, and we've taken his three nephews along for the journey, Huey, Louie and Dirk. And well, we're doing alright. I will just say I am only recording one a day at the moment as it stands when I get the time. And I was thinking, in between this episode and the last, we have the three nephews, which have the researcher's skill, which is that we get more sanity every time we collect butterflies. Now, that's all well and good, but if I remember rightly, and this may have changed since I've last played it or even looked into it, don't butterflies only spawn on jungle biomes? So unless we're going to be doing jungle biomes all the time, it's a pretty naff perk to be having. So ultimately, for about 80% of the expeditions we're going to be doing, they're completely useless. But by the by, we won't let that hold that against us. We're giving them life experience. We're taking them to the outer reaches of what we know as civilization at the moment. You know, it is the 1900s after all. The world is a big place. And we're giving them experiences which they wouldn't get back in Duckburg. That's how I like to feel about this thing. It makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel that a little bit warmer inside. But I digress. Let's crack on. We can choose today the Magnificent Desert or the Unforgiving Drylands. Now, as it stands, the Unforgiving Drylands has 2 shrines plus a temple, whereas the Magnificent Desert, which has 1 shrine, 1 tomb, and a temple. Now, generally speaking, I don't get on too well with the tombs. There is there is a chance of having a mummy, which is 100 fame straight off. But I gather I'm probably more likely to get an accumulation of fame over a couple of different treasures in 1 shrine than I would do over just getting a single mummy. So with that all being said, let's go to the Unforgiving Drylands. Full of anticipation, I boarded the ship. The captain had yet to arrive, so I saw if there was anything I could do. A seasoned hunter proposed an interesting offer. He had heard about my trek and told me about a man-eating hyena called Snarfrattle. He despised the creature with all of his heart and desired me to kill the beast. A worthwhile purse would await me if I killed it and brought back its pelt. Oh dear, let's do it. He nodded gratefully and wished us luck on our hunt. The news of my glorious adventures had spread, so I was not surprised to see that my fame had spread amongst adventurous spirits. Many new recruits showed up, enterprising enough to sign up to my cause. Who did I want to recruit? Now, at this point, it does mean we do have to drop somebody. Now, generally speaking, I would. But. This is a mod. We are playing with a full Trek team. The only thing we could really do is drop the donkey, which is 3 off, which would leave us to have 2 spaces. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. And I don't think any of these actually hold more. Well, saying that, the sailor does hold more. He holds 1 more. In fact, the sailor holds as much as the donkey, doesn't he? You know what? We're going to drop Mr. Clifton. We're going to take a sailor with us. We could use an experienced seaman like William Henry Ed and welcomed him to our party. The captain informed me that our boat had reached maximum cabin capacity. I would need to dismiss someone if we were inclined to set sail. Oh dear. Sorry, Mr. Clifton. You get to stay at home. We'll get you a job in Weston-super-Mare, letting the little kids ride you up and down that glorious, glorious beach. I'm sure you'll love it. It's a fitting retirement, Mr. Clifton. You've travelled far. You've travelled wide. You deserve it. Plus, you're looking a little bit tubby, so let's get rid of you. We escorted Mr. Clifton off the ship. There was simply not enough space to take him with us, and I was sure someone would make use of him. Yep, down in Weston. At long last, our ship was primed for departure. Right, let's go and purchase some equipment. Oh, well, that's new food. What's that? Iffy sausages. These sausages do look a bit rotten. There's only one way to see how good they are. I don't think I'm willing to chance that. As it stands, you guys know I love dynamite, so we're going to be keeping that. We could buy a tent. It costs 60. We've got 190. I mean, I don't know what else I'd take. Bullets, possibly, because we don't have many action dice. Like, we have, no action dice. 1 action dice, plus the brown, which is... That's all right. It's a bit of a jiggle, really, that. How much are the bullets? 8 apiece. Wowzer. Well, Do we have any food? We don't have any food, and we can only we have to buy the iffy sausages. Is that what you're telling me here? How much are they? 4. All right, well, let's take the iffy sausages, I guess. We'll take all of the bullets, and we're going to take all the torches. That leaves us with 45. Do we fill up on rope, or do we take a few more dynamite? I suppose we should probably take a few more dynamite in case we run out of bullets. They're worth 10. How much is the rope worth? 2. So 2 more rope and 4 dynamite. Leaves us with 1. I can handle that. That's fine by me. At long last, our vessel was primed to leave the harbour. Oh dear. Let's go. Let's do this. Expedition 2, you know. With the ducks. With the ducks. It's kind of fitting that we're taking a sailor, I suppose. We've got ducks who float on the water. We have a sailor who floats on the water. It was made to be. That's how I like to see it. It was made to be. Oh dear. Another sea shanty and one might jump overboard, but thankfully we reached the land of our imminent adventure. We had arrived and it was time to sally forth. I cannot wait to uncover the secrets of this land. Let's do it. World 2. Oh. See, I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting these achievements pop up. I'm not going to argue with them. For some reason my achievements have been disabled. I have no idea why, but they seem to be working now, which is all good. So, so we've got Louis, who is scared of butterflies, yet likes to gather butterflies, which I'm not even going to go into. And then Mr. William Henry Ed, he's, is that superstitious? Yes, superstitious, which, well, isn't ideal, but, could be worse, I suppose. We can always get him cleaned up. Do I want to go straight to the cave, or should we jump on a hill first? We'll check out the surrounding area first. It's a very hilly one, this. We located a cave. Its opening led into darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to move inside. Let's do it. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We found a small cave scattered with the remains of what seemed to be a failed expedition. The rotten remains of what must have been an Arabian explorer stared at us through hollow eye sockets. All the bones we found had been cracked open and, it seemed, sucked empty of marrow. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to some useful equipment. What you got? That's not useful. Empty canvases. We'll take them because, we got space. But hey-ho, that's not the best. Let's face it. Oh. Do I want to upgrade anybody? I'm kind of half interested to see what the next dice is that the ducks get. So I might hold off until we get another fame point. As far as this is concerned, we're probably best going all the way around, having a quick look-see. So we've got a stone circle and a temple. Let's get up onto this hill first. See the surrounding area. Oh, so it looks like that bottom tile might be a write-off, which is good for us. It gives us a definite sort of direction to go in. Yes. Let's see what's on the shrine first. A shrine towered above us. It was in terrible condition as the weather had been beating down on it for centuries. What remained of a narrow staircase led to the only entrance. The building was cold to the touch. I wondered if the stone was resistant to warmth, or if there was some other explanation. There's always some other explanation, in my experience. What we're going to do, though, we are going to use the climbing gear, I guess. It's worth more, isn't it, than the rope? But arguably it's taking up space and it'd be quicker to get through the climbing gear first. Let's do that. I was glad to have brought the climbing gear. A few moments later, everyone had safely reached the shrine entrance. Before us lay some kind of ceremonial room. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. An altar illuminated with breathtaking ambience stood atop a plinth. Oh, lots of gold. Let's take it. What a glorious day. The treasure was ours for the taking. All of a sudden, the temperature dropped all around me. I could see my own breath crystallize in the air, and every breath was like tiny needles were being jammed into my nose and throat. Oh, booger. We're full. We are full. I reckon we should probably head back to the ship. And then we can rest up there and drop some stuff off at the same time. And, let the frost permeate around the entire area. Because it's too warm. It was the dry lands. It's now the cold lands. Right, so we want to go to our storage. And, oh, we found a strawberry. And we're going to drop off the 2 bits of gold. Shall I keep the climbing gear for next time? We've got the rope. I think we shall. We'll drop off the climbing gear. The canvases will sell anyway. I think that'll do. And let's rest. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here to catch our breath. The night was bleak and everyone was seemingly worn out as we sat and stared into the fire. I was writing into my journal when I heard the group laughing about something. Curious, I listened to them and noticed to my anger that Louis was making jest at my expense. The group immediately hushed when they noticed me, but I feared my credibility was already tarnished. You little bugger! Louis, you're not upgraded yet, and you're scared of butterflies. We're going to chastise you. We're going to put you over my knee, and I'm going to give you a jolly good spanking. You're not wearing trousers anyway, so it's going to make it easier. And maybe we can spank the fear of butterflies out of you. Bastard. I let Louis know that I would not tolerate such behaviour. It was obvious that he was not amused by this open humiliation. I settled down for the night. Little bugger. So. Sanity is alright, I suppose. After days of resting, we still enjoyed the fresh sea air of staying aboard our boat. Nevertheless, I more and more felt that the captain wanted us to leave the ship. Yeah, can't blame him, really. Let us eat the strawberry. 91. And go down to what I... No, actually, we're going to pass the stone circle. We might as well stop there. 27, 24, 27, 24, 27. Boom. Okay, enter the stone circle. We came across a stone formation that seemed to be man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock. Perhaps they formed a type of map. William Henry Ed seemed visibly upset at the idea of desecrating this spiritual site and warned us about disturbing the gods. What do we want to find out? I suppose we should really find out where the ruins are over the rest. We found the only cave on the map, which is good. So let's do that. William Henry Ed made sure to voice his concerns to me. Better before the natives notice that what we have done. I was not sure how long it would take for him to come to terms with my decision. William Henry Ed was out of his superstitious mind. He complained about our sacrilegious behaviour. Oh, right, okay, so maybe that bottom one isn't cut off. Just cut off to me. Great. All right, so from here then, I suppose we're going to go down to here, which I'm thinking is the village. Yeah. Oh, we've got a panther as well. Oh, and we can upgrade the ducks. So let's upgrade. Suppose it doesn't matter. We'll go for Huey. Right, so his toughness has gone up, but his dice haven't. So it's probably best upgrading Louis or William next time. Probably William. I can't remember what the third set of dice is for the sailor. But any variation is good. We carefully approached a mysterious native village. The natives appeared to be the best scouts known to this region. As we arrived, the village was buzzing with activity. No one really paid attention to us. We were able to walk amidst their number freely as though there was nothing unusual about our arrival. The villagers had been awaiting us. They did not seem overly fond of our arrival. They were cautious but politely offered their help, perhaps to see us leave sooner. How bad are we? -3. That's not too bad. We could do with resting. Why don't we trade? What is that? That is an onion. Oh, onion breath can be smelt across the globe. The stench sets back opponent explorers. That sounds like it could be good. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. How much is it? 10. And how much is the mangoes? 5. So let's take the onions and the mangoes. You can have the canvas. And I mean, we're keeping hold of the jewels. They're actually best funds, aren't they, after all that? It's -50 because of our loyalty or our standing with the villagers. Oh, it's not the best. It's not the best. Let us... how much are the sausages worth? Can I get rid of 5? Not really. How about if you kept the onions back? I'm not that fussed. Dynamite, and I'll take a sausage back. 2 sausages. You can have a rope. Boom. Deal. Deal. I settled on the trade with the natives. It looks like we're not going to please them at all, so we might as well crack on, I guess. We packed up the trek and headed out, as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. The natives stared at me distrustfully as I departed their village. The subsequent day, I had the uncomfortable feeling of being watched. Oh dear. For 58 days. Oh, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. We're going to eat the mangoes straight away. 89. And crack on, really. Don't know how we're going to make our way around. I suppose we better just head in this direction and see what there is. Should have probably bought the... That's a dead end. That's a dead end. I mean, I've got dynamite if I have to use it. I don't really want to use it if I can help it. Alright, so we've got a stone statue, a temple, another cave. And it would appear, unless it's through there, to get to the shrine at the bottom. There's no other way around. That is solid. That is a solid set of mountains. I might have to use my teleport, you know. I might have to use my teleport. We will finish searching this region and then we'll look at teleporting over. It looks like we might have our first battle as well. But let's not jump on that too quick. Oh, we did pick up a strawberry. Nice. Do we attack the panther first, or should we see what's at the shrine? Let's see what's at the shrine. Yeah. I examined the strange man-made granite statue. The grotesque face seemed to focus on us. It was a disconcerting sight, and I desired to move on. I noticed some items by the statue, which must have been put there by the natives of this region, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods. The ugly, ugly gods. Oh. I dig it. We'll take it. We took what was useful to us from the apparent sacrificial offerings. A group of native warriors appeared as if by magic. They must have been tailing me since I left their village. Their leader was clearly angry about my actions and demanded that I pay tribute as compensation. Now, look at all this blue dice. Look at them. I would say that we've got a jolly good chance of at least one of those blue dice heading on the head side of the dice. That was complicated to say. Let's do it. Oh, 3 times over. We're fine. We're fine. I managed to somehow placate them and make peace. Finally, they allowed me to leave. Does that mean we lose the following thing? It does. It does. But we do have a panther to attack now. Oh, dear. Yeah, let's do it. Just the one? That's fine. What we got? 10 health. I mean, we could throw dynamite in there. We could throw bullets in there. Let's see what we get first. We can do a few kicks here, can't we? Ripper leap? Yeah. Faint? How many dice does he have? 3. I think I prefer the Ripper leap even. So he's bleeding for 2. So we've only got to knock 4 off now. So if we did that. Look out. I'm not too fussed by shield at the moment. Let's pull that up. It's only a precise attack. Let's roll. Punctuation and strong bleeding. That should finish him off, surely. Yes. Boom. We deprive the dead of anything useful. It's been a while since I played this. It's going to take me a little bit of time to remember all the dice rolls. As it stands, though, we do have all the space for all of the stuff. So let's take all of the stuff. Do we eat the berries now? Just to free up the space? They're only worth 5, aren't they? Yeah, we'll get rid of them. I'm trying my hardest not to eat the sausages if I can help it. Oh, well, there's the pyramid. And there is a way for us to relax at the waterfall as well. I mean, if we can get down there, we can always just teleport back. That's probably our best option. Let's see what happens here first. Today we arrived at an old temple located on a mountain face. I could tell that this was a special place. A large opening led inside. Because we don't have a lot of stuff to take home with us at the moment, which isn't good. We arrived at the inner sanctuary of the temple. A golden altar stood in its centre. There was an ornamental goblet filled with a clear liquid, standing in the centre of the altar. Intuition told me that one of our number should drink from it. You know what? Who was it? Was it Louis? Bloody Louis. You criticise me. You drink the clear fluid in the creepy temple in the middle of nowhere. That's your punishment. That's how you earn your right to be with me from now on. This is how you please your uncle, your godfather, your mentor. I offered Louis to drink from the mysterious goblet. He did not protest, for this was his moment, so down the whole liquid. As he drank from the chalice, his skin began to harden and darken. Soon after, it seemed as if his skin was now much harder and more resistant to harm. The moment we left the temple, a massive stone plate lowered behind us and sealed the portal. There was no way back inside. Well, you know, these things happen. That's fine by me. We need to get around there. 21, 29, 15, 17, 15. Let's go there. Can we see around that? We need to rest. This would involve us eating the sausages. Do I want to do that? We're going to upgrade William first. Has he got no loyalty at all? Well, that's not good. I guess we eat the sausages. Iffy sausages. Iffy sausages. Is that enough? 20%. One more. Oh, that was a good one. That was 15. And it gets us to where we need to be. Tippity top. No butterflies. Oh, we do have a trader though. Ooh. Oh. What's this? This morning, William Henry Edwards absent. He must have sneaked away during the night. This, I felt, was poor form on his part, but he pilfered some of our equipment as well. Bullets, rope, and the skin. Son of a bitch. Alright, hey-ho. I don't understand why. I know the loyalty was down, but we didn't upset him, really, did we? I don't think we upset him. I guess there's just bad people in the world. Let that be a lesson to you, nephews. Some people just want to see the world burn. The scale of the fall took my breath away. It was an awe-inspiring sight. The water was fresh and cool. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here to catch our breath. Not a sound was heard tonight as we rested by the fireplace. Dewey approached me with a desperate look on his face. He had misplaced an old letter of his deceased father that he always kept on him. He begged me to remain in the area to search for it. I knew we could easily lose a day or two here. Now, you'd have thought, if these three are all brothers, that it would be the same dead father, and they'd all be looking for the letter. Not one to judge, that's all I'm saying. Not one to judge. Oh, we found it way over. We spent a while looking for the missing object. Louis criticised my decision to waste time here and did not help in the search. Some brother you are! Fortunately, we found the item after searching for a while. We continued about our travels in higher spirits and thankful for luck even in such hostile climes. I settled down for the night. Come on then, let's get our health up. Oh, and there's Snarfrattle. As we prepared for departure, I knew we would miss the rumbling of the falling water. The natural beauty here was breathtaking to behold. Right, let's do this. We've got the dynamite, we've got the bullets. We haven't really got the dice anymore, but hey-ho. We'll try and get to the trader if we can. If we have to cancel and fight Snarfrattle beforehand, then so be it. We don't. That's good. Let's do the... Oh, then again, we're going to get some teeth off Snarfrattle if we kill him. So we'll attack Snarfrattle the hyena first. He's got a few friends. They've got 6 health. We're probably going to have to bring in some dynamite here and throw up some defences if at all possible. So let's roll first. Ooh, we got what we need there, if I remember rightly. No, I don't remember rightly. Is it that? And that? I can't remember. Oh dear. Damage 6, group damage 3, multi-attack. Unless it's the running man we need. You know what? We're going to hold on to these. And do I hold on to that as well? We'll hold on to that as well. Roll. bugger. Roll again. Right. We got everything we could possibly need here. So, no. Oh dear. Have they changed my favourite roll? Have they nerfed this? Oh, don't know if I agree with that. I'm going to have to watch an old video and find out. So, planned explosion, damage 4, multi-attack. Or precise explosion. But we all take a bit of a whack off that. He has got 16 health, though. We'll do that. Precise explosion. So that's those two taken care of. Do I just throw up defense now? I mean, we could kick him. For 3. Or we could take a set of dice off him. That's not really going to do a lot, though, in the grand scheme of things. You know what? We'll kick. What else we got? Look out for shield for 2. We'll take. Another shield for 2. 5 health. I don't think it's worth using any of the bullets. Oh, hang on. Dewey's down. Dewey's down. How many do you have to get rid of? 5. This should be pretty doable. Strong bleeding. I mean, he's dead. There we go. Kill 100 hyenas. Bloody hell. Oh, we deprive the remains of anything useful. We're in a good position as far as the trade is concerned. So we're right next to them. So if we take it all, it doesn't matter we're overburdened because we can trade it straight in now anyway. And with that being said, a trading caravan had pitched up camp here. The colourfully dressed trader had a lot of valuable goods on offer. All of them had undoubtedly been used before, probably during other unsuccessful expeditions. He hesitated before presenting us with a selection of his wares. We could not help but think that he was hiding something from us. So, no health type stuff. That's a bit of a booger. We do, however, can get rid of the pelts. We'll keep hold of the tooths. We'll get rid of the meat. We could get rid of the sausages because we can trade them in towards something else. That's going to make space there and that one. So I've only got 1 free space. So what do I want? I mean, if we went for the chocolate. Really? Really? Okay, with the animal tooth, and then we could just fill up on, I don't know. There's no rope, is there? There's climbing gear. We could go for torches, I suppose. A torch? That'll do. Deal. The trader seemed anxious regarding our possible return to relieve him of stock. Awesome. So that is that one complete. We have found the pyramid, which we could go to now, or we could try and wing it down to the shrine. My problem being right now is the fact that we've got no real good way of getting there. I mean, even to get home, we're pretty much scuppered. People are bleeding out, which isn't good. Kenya. Let's go back to the village. We'll go and appease them, I think. Hopefully nobody's going to get too infected. I'm just going to zap back, so I'm not too fussed as far as that's concerned. We've got things we can trade, which is fine. I can't remember how many mushrooms they had. I definitely saw 1 mushroom to heal people up. No one's infected so far, which is tippity-top. Our trek was met by armed warriors. I could tell that the natives were on edge. We had apparently stressed the goodwill of the people in this region to breaking point. Oh dear. So how... Oh, they refused to trade with us? It was terribly obvious that we need to depart as quickly as possible as the villagers wanted to be rid of us. Oh. Guess there's no chance of us resting here then. The natives were willing to let us rest in their village. However, they demanded tribute because of our less than virtuous reputation. Ah. Oh, just the one. Okay. Well, we'll take it. So at least one of us can get healed. Whoever becomes infected, I'll use that on. Which means I need to create some space. So let us get rid of... Well, I know the teeth don't weigh anything. But that's probably the best thing. The rest is needed, isn't it, really? We'll get rid of the rope to create the space for the mushroom. And then we'll just trade these in to get our standing up. What is it? 2? 7? 3? It's not a lot, really. And these... Actually, they've brought down the value of the animal teeth as well. 2... Am I really that bothered about putting my standing up now? I mean, it's so irreparably damaged. I don't think it's going to make much difference. Just as many as they need. That'll do. There's no point taking the rope back. I mean, I could get some jewels. That'll work. And a dynamite, maybe? Yeah, why not? After we reached an agreement with the villagers, we unpacked our belongings and prepared to spend the night with the natives at their campfire. I told stories of my travels so far. A young warrior asked me if my world was superior to their home. Time to kick ass again. Kick ass? Kiss ass. I told them that I preferred a close proximity with nature and that I admired their way of life. They were visibly happy with my answer. Of course they were. I got a splendid night's rest. The next morning I was bright and sunny, a perfect day for new adventures. We could not shake off the feeling that we had stressed the hospitality of the villages more than politeness would dictate. Oh, we better skedaddle then. We got ready and sallied forth, as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. The villagers were glad to see the back of me. The following days I had the uncomfortable feeling of being watched. Oh dear. Can we get home? We can. Let's do it. I'm going to keep that strawberry. So we can drop some stuff off now. I don't... Oh, 2 strawberries. Nice. Without access to medical equipment, it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Dewey's wound had begun to fester and secrete an astonishing degree of pus. Oh, booger. The rest have stopped bleeding, which is good. We haven't stopped bleeding, which is bad. But I suppose Dewey does need it, so let's use it on Dewey. So he is good, but he's now paranoid. He began dribbling and staring at my foot. Afterwards, he reported his wounds were healing rapidly. However, the mind of Dewey had brought something back from the dream world. He had been healed, but at a price. Oh, booger. And, yes, let's go to the ship. So, we shall access the storage. We shall pull away the snarf rattle pelt. And we know there's no more caves, so we'll drop off the torches. We'll keep the rest, because we don't know how far away we are from civilization. I mean, we could drop off the jewels. We're not going to use those again, I don't think. That'll do. And let us rest. We prepared camp to recuperate. It was a rather cold night as we sat by the campfire. While we stared into the campfire, Louis stated that these lands deserved to be blessed through flame. I was unsure what he meant by that, and he was unwilling to elaborate. I found a convenient camping pitch. Well, as long as we found a convenient camping pitch, who cares if there is going to be lots and lots of fires around us? It keeps us warm. We are in a frozen tundra after all. Bear in mind we did create it, but we won't dwell upon that. After days of resting, we still enjoyed the convenience of our vessel. Nevertheless, I more and more felt that the captain wanted us to leave the ship. I mean, 70? We could probably get away with that. That's fine. It was more to drop stuff off than anything. Let's see how close we can get. 59. I mean, at least nothing can grow or, you know, survive in the frozen wastes. It's not like we're going to find a tiger around here. Yeah, it's our way through. 8, 9. We can just about get there. Oh. Right, so let's eat the strawberries. 12, and then a few chocolate. I mean, I've got nothing to actually give to the mission. Is it worth going to the shrine first? Or should we... Let's pop up on the hill. We should be able to cover a lot of the region while going up on the hill. Oh, there is something else. Oh, there's 2 things. Alright, well, we've got the health. Well, we've got the sanity, should I say. Let's do it. I say okay. We entered a peculiar-looking hut. The interior was particularly musty, and all sorts of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with a wide-eyed stare as he chewed on some leaves. Let's see what he's got first. Rather skittishly, the shaman got out a box and presented his wares. So, he has nothing there. Homebound, effortless movement. That's a pretty good one. Mountain creation, water drain. We've still got targeted teleportation now, haven't we? Yeah, I was hoping we could get a free heal off it, but it doesn't look like we can. How much to cleanse? 2 teeth. Alright, let's do it. So, what does Dewey have? Paranoid. Or Louis has the butterfly and the pyromaniac. The pyromaniac is quite dangerous, so we'll cleanse Louis. Shaman began singing. He seemed to be in commune with the spirits. After a short while, he calmed down and we helped Louis to his feet. Awesome. And then 100. I'm very aware that we're not doing very well on our sanity. And there's no bloody butterflies anywhere. This bleak and ancient place was located in the midst of a swamp, strewn with the remains of long-dead elephants. For some unfathomable reason, hundreds of the impressive animals had come here to die. I spotted animal tracks. Staying here would surely attract some unwanted guests. That's fine. This place surely retains some trinkets of worth. We spread out and searched the area. Oh, 2. Don't mind if I do. As we left, we became aware that our presence had attracted ferocious wildlife. Ah, that's alright. It's the right side for us. Right, we better finish off the chocolate, I guess, and see how far we can get. 32. Ooh. Doesn't look the best for us getting to the mission. I'm not that fussed, to be fair. A temple, long forgotten by mankind, stood bathed in light before us. Its stone walls were covered with ornate engravings. Grand stairs led up to an enormous doorway. The structure showed some big cracks, but it seemed secure enough to explore. Let's do this. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. We quietly looked around the majestic hall. We found a stone altar that was covered in ancient writings. Lots and lots of gold. We'll take it. This was not a day for hesitation. The treasure was to be mine. The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to shift. We hurried outside as the shrine tumbled in our wake and huge mountains erupted from the ground. Oh. And so the mission gets destroyed. Well, that makes that a fairly definitive answer. You know, there's no coming back from that. I'm sorry to the monk that was in it, I guess. It's time to use that teleport we've got. So, we want to go... Oh. We want to go there. And we're done. The Golden Pyramid loomed above one and all. We had survived the expedition. After all this hardship, extraordinary pride overcame me. I knew that this name, Scrooge McDuck, would be written about long after I departed this life. And boom, we're done. So we got the Golden Pyramid up, which is great. New World bonus, tippity top. We finished 5th. It's alright, slow and steady wins the race, and it's an awfully long race. I wish I was you. Alright, so let's see what other perks we have. We have Travel Poet. Improve the use of bongos and horn flute. Interesting. We have Juggler. There's a lower chance every day for the expedition to restore sanity. There's a lower chance every day for the expedition to restore sanity. That sounds really bad. Why would you choose that? Wasn't it called the Good Perks mod? And Desert Explorer. You know what? I'm going to take it because I don't know what the hell it does. It sounds weird. It doesn't sound like a good perk, but we're going to take it anyway. Huzzah. So, Mr. Burton had quite a bit. So did Ms. Lovelace. Darwin, not too bad. What are these jugs I keep seeing? I don't know what these jugs are. Wow. Wow, we just crept into the 3rd position. That's not good. He's miles ahead. He's miles ahead. Alright, we're going to keep the butterfly collection for the time being. As far as this stuff is concerned, I mean, we've got the monies, which is fine. So let's gift that. We're going to keep the tooth. gift that. We're going to sell those two. What's that, 121? We're going to gift that. Gift that. Are we anywhere close to him? Oh. We're going to keep the Snarf Rattle. And these are just taking up space. So we're going to sell all of those, have all the money in the world, and just be a smidgen ahead of Mr. Burton. And there we go. That is the end of Expedition 2. Next time around, we can go to the Forgotten Arctic, the Unseen Desert, or we can go and catch some more butterflies in the opulent jungle. But as always, we will make that decision next time around. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.